Hello everyone, today I would like to tell you 10 short thoughts on news. Number 1. Firstly, the speaker announced the Central Water Authority had advised our residents to use less water because there was very little water in the reservoir, and finally, the rain was not expected for weeks. Number 2. Firstly, the speaker said the patient at the city hospital had received the holiday gift that day. Next, the children from a local school had distributed a present to many of the patients. After that, the speaker suggested keeping in the spirit of the holiday season, and finally the doctors and nurses had been given presents as well. Number 3. Firstly, the speaker said the computer magazine reported that day that the California Computer Company had announced the entry of new computer. Next, that computer was smaller, faster than other computers currently on the market, and finally, business travelers would find it very useful. Number 4. Firstly, the speaker said all banks and public offices have been closed because of heavy snowfall. Next, schools have been closed and will remain closed until the following week. And finally, most roads were closed, so residents were advised to stay home. Number 5. Firstly, the speaker said Malaysia and Canada had signed the cultural exchange agreement that day. Next, the cultural minister of both countries attended a concert after signing. After that, the countries would exchange the artists, orchestras, and dance groups. However, the drama groups were not included in the cultural agreement, and finally, it was hoped that new trade agreement would follow. Number 6. Firstly, the speaker said the president had left the week on 2 weeks tour of Asia. Next, he would meet with the heads of state of 5 different countries. After that was the president's first foreign tour since he had taken the office, and finally, his wife was accompanying him on the trip. Number 7. Firstly, the speaker said the traffic had been stopped for more than 4 hours the day before because of an accident. Next, the car had hit the bus on the State Street at about 5:30 p.m. After that, 3 passengers had taken to the hospital. And finally, the police had closed 2 blocks of the State Street until 9:45 and directed traffic to Main Street. Number 8. Firstly, the speaker said thousands of people had gone to downtown to see the annual National Parade. Next, the parade had been led by the newly elected mayor and her family. After that, following the parade, the public enjoyed an afternoon of free concerts in the city park. Finally, nice weather and great music made it a pleasant day for. Number 9. Firstly, the speaker said An increase in sales tax has been announced the day before next. The tax would go up from 5% to 7%. After that, some store owners fear that would cause people to buy fewer things, and finally the new sales tax would go into effect the following month. Number 10. Firstly, the speaker said, the new high-speed train service to the national capital began the day before next. The passengers said they preferred taking the train because it was more convenient than the plane. After that, 3 trains a day leave from the Jiaotao train station for the capital, and finally, the trip took 2 hours and 45 minutes by train, however only 1 hour by plane. Number 11. Firstly, the speaker said, the United Nations appealed to its membership that day for an additional $20 million to build more trucks and spare parts to speed distribution of supplies to the victims of East Africa famine. Next, the food and medicine donated by concerned governments were piling up at the port. And finally, UN's poor people said that if the food couldn't be moved to the approximately 10.8 million famine victims, distribution of grain would be cut in half within 3 months. Number 12. Firstly, the speaker said, Japan's high saving rate was a drag on the Japanese economy and on the rest of the world as well. Then, for decades, that high savings pattern provided inexpensive investment funds to business, which helped spur Japan's economic growth. Next, however, there was a downside to a high savings pattern. That was the scarcity of consumer loans. After that, further, a high savings rate reduced the value of the yen on the international market, and finally, that expands Japan's trade surplus, which in turn causes protectionist pressures in other countries. Number 13. Firstly, the speaker said, the Kenyan Minister of Trade had paid an unannounced visit to Uganda the weekend before for talks with its president. Next, the two had discussed the improving trade relations between the two countries over the last 6 months. Finally, Commercial Affairs had donated the attention of the respective embassies there since the first trade pact had been signed the January before. Thanks for your watching.